Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for some more unholy sorcery, as Neil Patrick Harris and the mobile infantry prepare to fight fire with fire in XCOM 2. And man, talk about magic. Wow. I haven't seen sorcery like the team pulled off last mission since David Freeze in the 2011 World Series, and David Freeze is, without a doubt, a true sorcerer. Do you really think Albus Dumbledore could have poked a game-tying triple to tie it while 2 runs down in the bottom of the 9th, only to later hit a walk-off home run and force the Game 7? Think Dumbledore had those kind of chops? I mean, sure, he can face off with Voldemort and whatnot, but he's not forcing a Game 7 in a World Series. He just doesn't have it in him. Better stick to your flying broom hockey there, Dumbles. Leave the actual sorcery to the actual sorcerers, like third baseman David Freeze. Anyway, after last mission, I gotta say, I'm thinking there may be a new David Freeze in town, mostly because David Freeze doesn't play for St. Louis anymore, which is where I live, and that's a little disappointing, kind of like David Freeze. Oh, Lily, what do you gotta say here?
We should have realized sooner. We knew the aliens couldn't be trusted.
Well, I mean, you should have realized sooner, Lily. What's not to realize?
Got a lot more incentives to offer in the city centers than we do out here.
Out here where?
Either way, we can't let this go on, no matter what the cost.
Yeah, your message is very mixed and confused, and I'm not really sure what you're talking about, Lily, but I know what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about Neil Patrick Harris and 2Roopers maybe being absolutely friggin' amazing. Is he the new Frave David Freeze? Does old cash poor Patrick Harris, heel aka Carl Jenkins, have what it takes to start holding it down for us? I mean, he's only one mission in, but on that mission, he did really kind of save our bacon probably twice. I mean, only time's going to tell whether he's got the power to finish strong like a waffle, or whether he's just going to be exciting initially only to bitterly disappoint at the end like a pancake. It's really, I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see. And I'm comfortable with the wait and see strategy. I think we can adopt it. Also, fuck pancakes. My homie Mitch Hedberg. Never forget, Mitch. My heart goes on. My heart goes on. And those waffles, not going on. Also, a little base maintenance we need to take care of here. I really think, since we have Clancy the Kurgan Brown, and I'm trying to even out my roster a little bit. I want to be deep. I just don't want to have like one replacement trooper. I don't want to be 5 starters and a 6th man. I want a deep bench here. I want to roll like Adele, rolling in the deep. And in order to make that happen, I want to develop some of my lesser guys. We did pick up the Kurgan, of course, and he started as a major, so not really a lot of development being needed there. I mean, oh shit, he is the Kurgan. What did we expect? And I think in order, since we made him a gunslinger, one of our better strategies here is going to be, go ahead and do beam pistols. Plasma Lance, sure, it makes Dizzy better, but look at the cost differential. 300 or 250 for the plasma rifle, which again, we're really only going to deploy 1 of per mission. Beam pistol, a budget 125. I think we go with this. The alloys and Illyrium are largely irrelevant. It's really just the supplies that matter. So we're going to do that, which leaves us with 70 supplies. What are we going to do with those 70 supplies? I think for now we just sort of hang on to those. Let's sit. We do have our Wrath, or did I call it a Wrath suit? Man, that actually would have been a better name than a Wraith suit. But we do have our Wraith suit coming online, as much as I would enjoy piloting a Wrath suit. Excuse me. Much as I would enjoy piloting a Wrath suit. It's in fact a Wraith suit. I'm excited to give that a try as well. Anything else that needs to be done, base maintenance-wise? Facilities, you know, I'm thinking we're actually pretty good. We're working on a Wraith suit. Resistance comms is staffed. Scilab. Do we have any idle engineers or anything? Although at this point, there's really, even if we had an idle engineer, you know what? It doesn't matter. There's nothing we could do with him. So that just leaves one last item on my list. And I'm a little hesitant to mess with success, but you know what? We're retraining Jake Busey. I hate to monkey with the winning formula, but he has Shadow Step, and as it stands right now, Shadow Step, I don't really think it's useful. It's definitely going to be completely useless for Brenda Strong, because Brenda Strong has lightning reflexes, which she picked up. I'm not sure where. But in the course of the game, I don't think Shadow Step has ever actually once benefited us. Now, the ability that opposes Shadow Step is likewise not fantastic, but it does have at least some sort of benefit. 5 days for a soldier. You know, our roster, I think, is probably pretty good. I'm not that interested in that. No. You know what? No. What are you? Oh, yeah. Well, we're getting to that, Africa. You got to slow your roll. Do we have a... We don't. We don't have a relay tower there. I'm also working my way over to Australia. We've already got this relay tower started, so I think we'll expand this direction. Let's build this one. Bradford is real up in my shit about going to this new, they're making humans into people. He really wants us to go bust the Soylent Green factory over there, but I mean, shit, nobody paid attention to Charlton Heston when he was bitching about Soylent Green. Why anybody got to pay attention to us? I think we just continue with our plan as it stands over here and just go make contact with Australia. We can circle back to that mission site anytime we want. I would sort of rather take out this alien facility. So let's head down here and make contact. This is going to cost us 40 intel. We're sitting pretty good as far as intel goes for the moment, though. And if we need to, we can also... I'm thinking about maybe going and buying some supplies with our intel. Let's make our contact. Wait, what are you? Australia making contact. Island alloys, which we don't really need. Special forces, which I really don't give a shit about that. I would almost have preferred that that been anything else. So the Wraith suit is finished. That's fantastic. It's going to be equipped by probably Clancy Brown. Yeah, thanks for connecting, Optimus Prime. Here I am, excited, talking about magic and sorcery and how awesome fucking Neil Patrick Harris is and how much Dumbledore sucks, and then you gotta make me talk to Optimus Prime. So the aliens got 2 here. They progressed the Avatar Project 1. They did complete 1 dark event because we can't stop them all. Honestly, though, it was like recruit costs increase, so I don't really think that necessarily counts as a win, Optimus Prime, for the aliens. But, I mean, shit, you're just gonna call it whatever you call it. New major available. Dr. Karen Hagen, I'm assuming, is probably either an engineer or a scientist. Really, neither one of which we're at this point concerned about at all. Our activity, pretty good. Stopped the retaliation, completed 1 guerrilla op, did a council mission, contacted the region, installed a radio relay, and investigated 1 rumor. Now comes the interesting part. What do we got? Vigilance. Still don't care about it. New construction. The aliens step up their construction efforts, reducing the alien facility counter by 2 weeks. Honestly, not too concerned about that one either. More facilities just means more targets. The aliens seek to overrun XCOM, placing extra chrysalids on each mission for a month. Fuck that in the ear with a massive, giant 12-inch dildo. There is no fucking way we are going to let that shit go. That's got to be the worst shit of all time. I mean, we've seen some bad dark events before, but that one, it doesn't just take the cake. It takes the cake, it takes the pie as well. That is a real... that's a real shit pickle right there. We're not going to let that one go. Nope, that's the one we're going to stop. I don't care about construction. Don't care about vigilance. Infestation. That's got the power to seriously fuck us. Yes, we do want to go pick up our 460. You know, it's not like the Resistance forgot I came by. I can just leave a card. The Resistance is like, oh, they came and said hello, and then they just fucked off. We're never talking to those assholes again. Be like, I came by, introduced myself, dropped off a bottle of wine. It was a polite guess. Courteously excused myself and said, I have another engagement. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a couple days. Go take care of that. I'll be back. It'll be fine. Well, this has horrific written all over it. Dr. Tigan is now resurrecting Cortana here for his own nefarious sexual pleasures. Master Chief is going to be furious. Fucking furious. She has a name, Lily. It's called Cortana. Don't call her a thing.
What we're hearing is merely a byproduct of electrical impulses. I assure you, it is well past the point of feeling pain.
Yeah. I know you're kind of into that, Dr. Tigan. Oh, so this is what you object to, Lily? Dr. Tigan's been humping corpses for months and months and months now, and you object to this? You pick your battles, girl.
Think we've got a point of origin. Well, part of one.
What the hell's going on here, by the way? Oh, we completed the Shadow Chamber project. That's what it is. Man, Cortana is having a bad day.
That's not all it's doing. I'm losing the data we've already decrypted.
Great, you've sunk the ship?
Just one more adjustment.
If you guys fuck up the Avenger, I'm gonna be supremely pissed. We need this Avenger for living here. This is, this isn't just our battle station. This is our house. Great, you're gonna blow up the ship.
Increasing power levels to Titan. Sever the connection.
There.
Dr. Tigan always gotta push it to the fucking limit. The cheat is to the limit. Come on, everybody, Fugugu gods.
Protocol, I imagine. The Codex must have intentionally overloaded the interface to prevent any further theft of information.
Yeah, I'm not really exactly pleased with you, Dr. Tigan. You're putting my ship at risk here.
That's an enormous amount of data.
Yeah, that's what she said when Dr. Tigan took off his pants and started humping an alien corpse. She was like, that's an enormous amount of data, Dr. Tigan. You know what? I'm just going to leave. You look busy.
Necessary research and preparation. With your approval, of course, Commander.
Like, you need my permission to do anything? You almost completely blew up the ship and destroyed the project, and you didn't even bother to mention it beforehand. At this point, I think you're just fucking on your own. You're freewheeling. Dr. Tigan's just doing whatever he wants. He's gone rogue.
New objective added.
Decrypt the Shadow Codex. All right, well, tell me more. Okay, so investigate the black side coordinates, investigate the Codex brain coordinates. Why is examine the Codex brain? Use the Shadow Chamber to examine the recovered Codex brain. Didn't we just do that? I guess not. No, we did do that. Operation Rubik.
In the field, the Codex appears as an anomalous form.
Wow, Tigan, now he really has gone rogue. He's fucking talking over me. He's talking over Bradford. Dr. Tigan, hashtag taking it over. Hashtag Tigan rules. What the fuck, man? A little basic common courtesy here?
Before leaving behind this object.
You done now? Man, Dr. Tigan's having it all his way. He's just walking through with the swag. He's like, man, I own this dump. You don't mate with Tigan. Tigan rule. All right, so let's do encrypted codex data. Sure. I don't know what project we would be suspending since we didn't have a project underway. We do have enough intel to do this facility lead, do we not? Ah, okay. So we can't do regular research while also... That's interesting. All right, well, that's fine. Regular research can wait. We don't really have anything that's pressing anyway.
Aliens were conducting questionable experiments involving human captives at the black site we raided with the help.
You didn't expect that, really, Dr. Tigan? Or are you saying you did expect that?
Something more reprehensible than I could have possibly imagined.
That's pot and kettle shit right there, Dr. Tigan, from a corpse humper like you. I'm not really sure you can call the aliens on their bullshit. I mean, there is no depth of depravity that you have not gone to. You'll sink to any low, Dr. Tigan. See, now that seems more along your lines. It seems like you would be dragged along walking the party line with the aliens. It's kind of your bag, Dr. Tigan. I'm not really a fan of Dr. Tigan. Operation Doom Chalice. Well, that sounds horrible. Investigate the Codex brain coordinates. Thorough on that. Why is it always in Brazil, by the way? Temple ship always in Brazil? Like, I think our last two Long War runs, the Temple ship was outside of Brazil. Now the alien Codex brain coordinates also in Brazil, which we're going to have to fight our way over to and is going to take a while. Yeah, well, that's half a world away, fucking Bradford. You're going to have to slow your roll on that one, buddy. That's going to take a bit. What's the connection look like? Oh, never mind. It's not that far at all. It's like just off the coast of Australia. So we could go to Oceania. We're going to get, what's armed to the teeth? Oh, that's real good. That continent bonus, that's the best continent bonus we've seen right there. An additional upgrade slot for every weapon. That's freaking huge. All right, so there's our supply drop. We got that taken care of. New staff is available. I'll take a look just to see what's here, but I don't imagine we're going to be recruiting any of these guys. It's on the way. Let's put it that way. We're headed to Australia, man. We're going south anyway. It's along the road. Medical assistance, no. We're not actually building anything. A specialist major is interesting, but I think we got the major gig pretty well covered. Karen Hagen engineer we have literally no use for. So, yeah, we're going to... I mean, we have one engineer who's just doing nothing at the moment. Just sitting there. Oh, our proving ground is out.
Setting course for Sector 2.
That's my bad. Should have started a new proving ground project. Letting the proving ground sit idle is not good. Even if they're only manufacturing more versatile grenades for us, we should have them doing something. So we got to bail on this, and what we're going to do now is just blow a whole shitload of cash. It's shore leave time. We're going on a spending spree here, boys. So, building some items. Yeah, we're going to do that. Specifically, what are we going to build? Bunch of weapons. Plasma rifle, I think, is a guaranteed yes. A fusion blade is tempting, but I'm not fully sold on the whole fusion blade thing. Let's go take a look at the proving grounds really quickly.
Down by the aft lift yesterday. I just hope it's not metal fatigue.
You know, you said that last time. If you're really worried about it, why don't you just replace it, Lily, instead of continually whining about it all the time? We're going to do an experimental powered weapon. It takes 50 supplies and 1 Illyrium core. I feel like that's a pretty solid investment of both our time and trouble. How are we doing on contacts? We still have 3 available. We're not going to encompass the entire world at this rate. We're going to have to build another resistance comm chamber, but I mean, we've got a lot of space, and it seems like some of the space is just going to go unused. We have unused Illyrium cores. Well, I mean, I guess, sure. I also have an unstaffed engineer. What do I do about it? What would you like me to staff the engineer? Where should I deploy him? What would you like me to have him do? No, seriously, Lily, you come up with something. I mean, you're arguably in charge of engineering. I mean, this is sort of your gig. If he's unstaffed, I'm blaming you. Also, you have to excuse me, my throat's getting a little tickly here. There we go. That's a little better. Sorry about that. I've been talking a lot today, recorded a lot of XCOM. This is going to be the last episode I do. So, you know, my commentary is going to be trash also because I'm getting a little bit of mental fatigue as well as vocal fatigue. Still got Sustain and Fortress, huh? Neither of which I'm still interested in. What's Schism? Insanity now does a small amount of guaranteed damage and applies Rupture to the target. I don't think we have an ability that does Insanity, do we? I legitimately don't think we have a method of causing insanity. Alright, before we pick, let's double check very quickly. I don't think we have something that just makes our guy do insanity. He just doesn't do that. Psi Operative. Neil Patrick Harris. Let's look at your soldier abilities. Because the only ability you have that causes insanity. So we didn't take it. We took Inspire instead of Insanity. So we don't actually have that. Or do we? Because it's unlocked. Wait a minute. No, we don't have it. We have Stasis, we have Inspire, we have Soulfire, Void Rift, Fuse. Wait, we do have Insanity. How did we get that? Alright, well, I think we should take Schism then. So let's just go do that. So back to the old Scilab here. Let's pick our power. Wait, can we do that now? Soldier required. Neil Patrick Harris. Give me Schism. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take it. So he's working. Neil Patrick still going, looking strong. The sorcery, he's continuing. He's down there brewing up potions. Taking a defense against the Dark Arts class so that when time comes for him to face off in the World Series against Albus Dumbledore, he can put him to shame like he really should. Alright, so Jake, I'm with Busey's retraining is complete, and we're going to go with a subtly different build here. If we're going Blade Master, we're going to pick up Phantom. Shadow Step, not taking it anymore. We're going to go with Shadow Strike instead. And again, excuse me, sorry, throat's really getting raw here. Run and Gun is a definitive yes. Implacable, I love. It's kind of amazing. Untouchable is an absolute must. I'm actually not a huge fan of Deep Cover. It's good if you can pick it up as a bonus ability, but compare that to Untouchable. It's a non-issue. Untouchable, nowhere near as good. Rapid Fire, of course, absolutely amazing. And Jake Busey is back in the thick of the shit, ready to do some fighting. Jake Busey, why do you not have Gary equipped? Shouldn't you have Gary equipped, Jake Busey? Who's got Gary? Nobody. Just you, for whatever reason, decided not to carry your signature weapon into battle. I mean, you named it after your dad, Gad. Come on. Gotta be toting it into the fight. Alright, back to the old scanning here. Well, that's not good. That's Avatar Project. Alright, they've made more progress. This is unfortunate, but again, we're in the process right now of scanning a black site location. So we can undo some of this. As soon as our contact finishes, if we want to, we can straight up hit that black site. Which is probably what we'll do. Although I keep calling it a black site, it's actually an alien facility. There's contact established, so Western Australia is now ours. Home of the fantastic Sydney and Melbourne. Also, you know, home of the late, great, much lamented, much missed Steve Irwin. Crikey, mate. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Can't be here to defend humanity in every situation. Besides, this is 20 years after I died, mate. I mean, I can only come back from the dead so many times, kid. New income, an extra 50 supplies monthly. We can head to Chile if we should so desire. Oceania bonuses gained. Armed to the teeth. That's just straight up. This is a fantastic ability. It's just straight up awesome. This may be the best continent bonus I've seen to date. It is real good. So let's go do a little bit of weapon upgrading here. Let's view our soldiers. We want to make sure that a lot of our key players have every upgrade we can give them. So, Seth, Padre, Gilliam, if we could give you an additional upgrade, what would that be? Well, you don't even have, like, good upgrades. A superior expanded magazine would be extraordinarily useful for you. A repeater and a superior stock, neither of which is particularly good. What can we put here? We could give you a superior stock, which would make your misses do 2 damage. I'm not a huge fan of that. A 5% chance to instantly kill aliens on a hit. It hardly seems worth an upgrade slot, but I mean, it's not like we're doing anything else with it. So yeah, that's fine. Let's put that on the Padre. Superior repeater and expanded magazine. Whose gun is this? Oh, this is Dina Meyer's sniper rifle. We really want to get Dina Meyer a bigger magazine. Honestly, I'm going to replace this. I'm going to give Dina Meyer a larger. We're going to go with the expand. No, you know what? Let's give her the Superior Expanded Magazine. Superior Repeater, which is just sort of on there. Superior Expanded Magazine. We're going to save that last slot for a scope of some variety. We don't care really about Eric Brustcutter's gun or Kitten Smith. Jake Busey's got the advanced laser sight, the advanced autoloader. Is there anything useful to give him? Jake Busey doesn't miss. We're not even going to worry about it. A bigger magazine. Yeah, bigger magazine would be real good for the Busey. So he's got the laser sight, the autoloader, and the huge mag. Jake Busey is sorted. Casper Van Dien, you're also probably good. Neil Patrick Harris has got the advanced stock, a repeater. Anything else we might consider? Nah, it's fine. If he's already got basically everything we could put on it. Brenda Strong has a laser sight and expanded magazine, both pretty good. Tammy Adrian George has a rifle with a scope on it. Well, she would need the help, so that's fine. Where's Amy Smart? There we go. Amy Smart has our superior scope, our superior expanded magazine. Do we want to give her a stock? I mean, that would make chain shot a little better, but you know what? I think we'll hold off on that. Really, the last thing I want for Amy Smart is going to be an auto loader of some variety, so I think we'll hold off on that. That's our weapon upgrades completed for now. We'll continue to upgrade as we find more, don't worry. And now that we've made contact, so do you think we just straight up hit this? I mean, it seems like maybe we can't go to New Chile, can't go to East Africa. We do have, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. I think we just raid this bad boy. So, enemies detected. It says 9. I'm guessing that count is going to be more than a little off. Elite Officer, an Advent Mech, an Elite Shield Bearer. There's another Sectopod on this MIP. Okay, well. You know, we sort of made a mockery of the last Sectopod we encountered. I'm not really that worried about it. An Elite Trooper and an Elite Lancer. Now, we did take some rookies out on our last mission, some youngish guys. I'm not really sure I necessarily want to give up the Diz on this one. Oh, actually, they have assigned Dizzy to the mission just by default. Well, I'm not really sure I'm down with that either. We definitely don't want to... Alright, yep, let's do this. We're going to make armor available. Yes. And we're going to make utility items available. Get that sorted. So, Amy Smart, you're good. We don't really change you much. Seth Padre Gilliam, you're good. I would really wish our new heavy weapon was done so that we might try it out, but it seems like we're going to be out of luck on that. Jake Busey, alright, where's my Casper Van Dien? I know Casper got hurt, but if we're doing a facility mission, I really do want to go in with the best possible team available. I want the best of the best of the best. Of the best, sir. So, Casper, what are you going to be carrying? Well, a Skulljack is a guaranteed yes. And blue screen rounds are real good. Let's hold off on for a second on you, Casper, because when it comes to Dina Dizzy Meyer, we're going to change you up a little bit, Diz. I think we get rid of that grenade. We're going to give you the Mimic Beacon, and we're going to highlight that with blue screen rounds. I really like blue screen rounds in the sniper rifle. They are quite powerful, especially with the pistol abilities, too. That can lower a robot's hacking defense against the mighty Casper Van Dien and make it vulnerable to his royal Casperness. Flashbang, Hazmat Vest, Plasma Grenade. None of this stuff is really useful. I guess we'll take a med kit just in case. There could be chrysalids on this mission, and I don't really know how they work yet. But other than the fact that they can jump up out of the ground and straight up charge you, and if that happens, you're taking damage. So it seems like maybe a med kit is a compromise pick here. Everything else looks totally 100% exactly where it needs to be. All right, let's do this, team. You got this, guys. Look at Casper Van Dien. He's like, yo, I know I got this. Johnny Rico. This is Rico's Roughnecks. Come on, you apes. You want to live forever. I say it every mission. I've said it so many times at this point, it's starting to lose all meaning. But come on, you apes. You want to live forever. Let's just go get on this ship here and go do Operation Precious Streak. Is that what that said?
We have a positive confirmation of
Precious Shriek. Oh, so okay, it's definitely like the cry of Gollum then. Oh, my precious, precious, we must have the precious. Bradford been watching on he did a little Lord of the Rings mini marathon there. He just got out the old DVD special editions and watched all 3 of them back to back. Did a little 10-hour movie marathon. He was drunk as shit the whole time, so the only thing he literally remembers is that Gollum reminds him of his mother. It's the one thing Bradford, sort of got out of it. He's like, man, can't put my finger on that Gollum cat. Seems real familiar. What is it? But he's like, oh, it's fucking, it reminds me of Mom. She was always wandering around, gnawing the heads off of fish. It's one of the reasons I drink so much, because I try and obliterate the memories of my youth. Bradford's got issues. Serious, deep, crippling, terrifying issues.
Menace 1-5. Target coordinates.
2 armor for Seth Gilliam with the exosuit. That's very intriguing.
X4 charges. Squad
So, we've got concealment. We've got as much time as we want. I love missions with no timers. It really, really... I just feel more comfortable when I don't have a timer, when I'm not working on a clock. I feel like I make better decisions. Or, okay, I say better decisions, and what I sincerely mean, I think I make better decisions, because by and large, I make horrible decisions just in general. Not just in XCOM, but I mean just life in particular. I'm not good at making decisions. When I'm under the crunch, I'm exceptionally bad at it. All right, so this is a map corner. The facility is right up here along the edge of the map, huh? So there's like a lot of this map that's going to be unused, because I'm not going to go jump off of that cliff unless I have to. I don't really foresee a situation that's going to be like, hey, you got to go jump off this cliff, man. I mean, I'm not sure what would arise that might compel me to leap off the top of a cliff. Seems unlikely.
enemy movement here.
Pot of enemies. We still have concealment. Do we want to go with our patented... Oh, man, I forgot. Should have moved the proximity mine. Yeah, that's a mistake. Meant to move the proximity mine, forgot to move the proximity mine. That's okay, though. We've got time. Again, time is on our side on this one. It's not running out like the movie SWAT, where time is running out is a central, I don't know, music cue. I'm getting into it. See, this is what my brain does. Sometimes when I'm doing these commentaries, my brain's just like, it goes full trader mode on me and completely tries to just make me look like an asshole. I said time is running out. It's not like time is running out. So then my brain flashes back to like the 2008 movie with Samuel L. Jackson and Jeremy Renner, SWAT. There's a scene, it's really tense. The SWAT team is like in the midst of their SWAT training, trying to learn to do what SWAT do. And they're having a timed test where they have to infiltrate an airplane and like rescue a hostage and not get killed. And they're on a very significant clock. They have like 7 minutes to complete the whole operation. And while the scene plays out, the soundtrack is a song. It's just like, tick tock, time is running out. It's just a man shouting that, sort of in like a vaguely musical tone. And for whatever reason, that really, it's stuck deep inside my brain. Like an aneurysm. I can't get it out of there. All right, Jake Busey, keep an eye on these boys for us. Okay, well, that's terrifically horrid. So it's a good thing we're not on the clock here, because I really feel like we're going to take some time and set up an ambush that does not involve fighting a sectopod and this shit at the same time. Call me crazy, but that seems like an extraordinarily terrible idea. So I think we're going to fall back. Yeah. We're going to fall back a bit, get that other pod off our radar, so that if we do choose to activate this pod, it's the only pod we activate. Diz, I think we'll bring you up here. I really want Dizzy in a quality shooter spot. This really seems like the best bet. And at this point, I'm sort of planning that pod is going to patrol back towards us. Or if they don't, I'm going to wait until they do patrol back towards us. We've got concealment. We're not in any kind of danger here. We can take all the time in the world. There's no mission clock. This is on our terms.
Heading there now.
It's not like there's a shot clock or some shit, and Dick Vitale's going to be like, oh, they blew it. They ran out the shot clock. Oh, this is never going to make the... I don't even know what the hell the NBA championship is called. Is the championship game just called the NBA championships? I mean, that seems kind of unimaginative, does it? Baseball has the World Series. Football has the Super Bowl, which is not at all ostentatious. What's the NBA got? The NBA championship? And they call their championship game just call a spade a spade? You guys got to work on your marketing strategy, NBA. It's no wonder it's like the 4th sport in America. I actually don't know whether hockey or the NBA is more popular. I guess the NBA probably has hockey best. These guys did not patrol towards us, but they also didn't patrol away from us. So what are our chances of just straight up eliminating these guys with maybe a nice deadly grenade shot? I would prefer to keep Jake Busey cloaked up if possible. We could do some good stuff with Neil Patrick Harris. All right, Seth Gilliam. Seth Gilliam can get to half cover, and I think Seth's going to be our launcher here. All right. We're going to go with just our standard pod activation killing action. So we get Seth Gilliam in position. We're going to grab Dina Dizzy Meyer. We're going to have her go into kill zone. She's going to drop this on our little friends. She's glocking them out. So their kill zone down, and then the pod's just going to get triggered by a knife. Ooh. Hold on a second. Oh, these guys are perfectly lined up for a little saturation. Yeah, you know what? This does 8 to 10 damage and completely shreds. It's supposed to shred armor like crazy. Yeah, let's do this instead. This seems like a double cone fire opening. This seems pretty good. It straight up dropped the mech. Those guys are all but dead. Dizzy is definitely going to kill these cats. Also, Seth Gilliam, you seem to be standing in the middle of a campfire, sir. What's that all about? It doesn't really seem like that's going to be healthy for you. I don't think this armor makes us immune to fire or acid or anything, does it? I don't think it does. Seth Gilliam is not damaged, though. Alright, well, it's 1-2. Buckle your shoe. Dizzy finishes off that pod with aplomb. And Seth Padre Gilliam? Are you on fire? Can't tell. He does not appear to be on fire. He's definitely standing in the middle of a fire. Also, why is that on fire? It's very confusing. Casper Van Dien is not cloaked up, and we know there's a pod out here. I mean, we know that there is. So I think let's just hold off a turn. Because, again, we may be having some med kit. Did we bring a med kit? Please tell me I remember to bring a med kit. Okay, Casper Van Dien does have one. If we need to, we'll go put Seth Gilliam out. He may need to be extinguished. What set him on fire? How did that get... Why is that burning? Yeah, well, okay, he definitely is on fire. But then it immediately went out and he's not on fire anymore? I'm very confused. Are you burning or not, Seth? You're very definitely burning. But you didn't actually take damage. Alright. That's... I mean, it's almost got to be something to do with sustained fire, but that's not the first time we've used it. We didn't spawn that pod, did we? Nope. Alright, well, if Seth Gilliam is on fire, I guess we could put him out. Do I want to use my only med kit charge to put Seth Gilliam out? I kind of don't. I mean, we brought this in case of chrysalid. What if there's still a chrysalid? Then again, all we've seen thus far is Seth Gilliam is no longer burning. So he was definitely on fire. But all we've seen so far is robots. We've seen 2 pods, all of them robotic. I think we'll hold off. Seth, we could have you reload, but you've got the auto loader, so that's not really that beneficial. Let's just bring you over here. We'll drop you into Overwatch. Dizzy, you're going to straight up reload right now. And then I think we'll just have you go on a pistol Overwatch. Again, all the time in the world. All the time in the world. There is no need to rush here. We got Corporal Busey to head forward and pull our scout maneuvers. So let's just get old... Actually, he's not a corporal. I think he's whatever the max rank is. Colonel Busey. Wonder if he's going to open it. Do you think Jake Busey's going to open a chicken restaurant once this whole, like, XCOM war campaign kind of thing is over? Do you think it'd be like Colonel Busey's Chicken? It'd be like, it's sectoid licking good. Also, probably don't lick a sectoid. That's maybe a terrible slogan. Jake Busey's fried chicken. It's sectoid licking good. So we can see at least one member of that second pod. He's right there. He's lurking. But we've got a pretty wide array of opportunity to advance here without really having to concern ourselves too terribly much with triggering additional pods. Those guys are really far away. And we've got some weird line of sight issues happening with the edge of this cliff, so we should be able to get relatively close without much concern. Good, Dizzy. And I'm still guessing at this just because it's sort of habit from... I've played so much vanilla XCOM, I have really trouble breaking some not fantastic habits that I developed playing the Long War. We should be safe to this tile. It does not look like that guy's going to be able to see Dizzy here. Dizzy can't see him. If she can't see him, he can't see her. But that's going to be about the forward limit of where we can be. That's pretty much the edge of the engagement zone. Are we visible there? We are not. All right, Amy Smart, let's get you up there. Ideally, we're going to have maybe Amy Smart wheel and deal in that sectopod with a little bit of chain fire. Wreck that guy up good. We know the sectopod is down there. What we'd really like more than anything is to have Dina Dizzy Meyer lower his hacking defenses and then just straight up steal a sectopod. That would be a huge coup for us. If Casper Van Dien could run up there and be like, oh no, sectopod, you work for me now, sir. You work for me. That'd be awesome. We'd be making a mockery of the aliens is basically what we'd be doing. All right, Jake Busey, you can't really get much closer, can you, buddy? I mean, Jake Busey is about at the limits of what even his considerable infiltration skills can get us.
Moving on target location.
He does still have our proximity grenade. Can he hurl it that far? That becomes the question now, is can he chuck one that far? The answer is no. So Jake Busey would have to get closer. Man, I really want to do the proximity mine trigger. You know what? We're going to set it up. I really like the proximity mine. Dizzy, you've got vision on all of these guys, which is interesting, but I think we're just going to drop you into Overwatch. I don't think anybody else is going to move. If we move Neil Patrick Harris here, can he see the enemy? No. Can he see the enemy at any point along this run? That's the question. If we move him to here, is he going to ever be in a tile where he can be visible? No. 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 And no. So that says no the whole way. I'm going to trust it. All right. Neil Patrick Harris. You liar, XCOM. XCOM, you are a lying scumbag piece of shit. That's all I'm going to say. You straight up fucking lied, XCOM. You straight up lied. So Dizzy got 6 damage, ignored all of that thing's armor, which is good, because its armor is fucking considerable. All right, Neil Patrick Harris. And suddenly things have gotten very tense here. All right, Casper Van Dien. Can you see it from there? No. We need Casper Van Dien at a location where he's going to be able to see that sectopod. But also not be standing in the open like an asshole. Oh, that's real bad. All right, we'll revisit that in a moment. Neil, what can you do? If we have you make a man be insane, we could also have you stasis if Casper Van Dien, if shit goes all the way wrong, we could have you stasis. We could also just make these sons of bitches insane. Will it go that far? Can you void rift them? You could hit them both. All right, so that's an ability with very significant benefits, not because of the damage. The damage on that ability sort of seems kind of like an also-ran. What can you see? You can see the sectoid from here, Seth Gilliam. Is that a fact? What about Amy Smart? Can she see it? No. But that would mean Casper Van Dien could also see it from your tile. We've got some weird line of sight issues working here. All right, Amy Smart could definitely see it from this rock. It's not on Overwatch. She's going to have a height advantage. Okay, so we've got like a couple backup plans here. I heard more robot noises over in this direction. There's not another sectopod over here, is there? Oh, if there is, I'm going to be supremely salty. All right, Seth Gilliam, you can actually do some work from this location. I really want Casper Van Dien behind your rock. Because Casper Van Dien can see the guy from there, right? No. Now, it's Seth Gilliam could see him from there, but you can't. You can see him from where you're at. God damn you, Casper Van Dien, you worthless piece of shit. All right, so we're just going to haywire protocol then. Can we? Okay, well, let's see what our odds are. If we could hijack a sectopod, this is just spitting in the alien's eyes right here. This is insult to injury. This is salt in the wounds. If we hijack their sectopod, this is going to be the greatest thing of all time. 28% chance to control it and a 56% chance to... Ugh, those are all terrible. Okay, so the hacking defense on a sectopod is magnificent. Let's cancel that shit. Cancel, please. Our odds of dealing with him are exceptionally poor. So we're going to go to Plan B then. What is Plan B, you ask? Well, I'm working on it. In PH, I'm going to rely on to deal with those 2 scrubs. What's your hit percent chance like with a... it's can't miss with a chain shot. So this is going to ruin that dude's shit. It's just going to ruin him. Can we also maybe soften him up a little bit? Seth Gilliam? Seth Gilliam can't miss either. between the two of them, they have a pretty much guaranteed chance of killing him. Alright then. Well, I mean, no reason to dick about. Neither of these shots can miss, so Amy Smart's going to start things up with a nice little chain shot for us. She's stringing them together, back to back. Armor mostly shredded, got some reasonable damage through. This is going to finish off the armor, give us more shred. I'm assuming Amy can take that second shot. There you go, girl. That's what we needed to see. This guy is nowhere near as hurt as I was led to believe he would be, however. I was expecting vastly more damage from that. Seth Gilliam. Well, I mean, we're definitely having you go with the beam cannon. Maybe don't set yourself on fucking fire this time. It'd be nice if you also didn't accidentally kill Amy Smart. Jesus Christ, Seth. That shot was on target and you damn near killed her. So Casper Van Dien, you can see him. Your combat protocol probably finishes him off here. Yeah, okay. So we'll just combat protocol. We're not going to be able to hack him dead. We'll combat protocol him and that'll be fine. Even with the reduced hacking defense, that guy's hacking defense is just titanic. It's amazing. There you go. Sectopod down. Man, those things explode huge. How could that explosion possibly have left loot behind? That's my question. Does that seem like the kind of explosion that leaves loot behind? It really doesn't. Mind controlling one of these guys would be vastly useful. Void Rift, though, is guaranteed damage and a chance to make them insane, and our Insanity does some pretty nasty shit. I think we'll go for the Void Rift. We could Void Rift and then throw a Proximity Grenade on top of it, but I'd like to save the Proximity Grenade and the Stealth for a subsequent turn. If we can keep Jake Busey all hidden up as our ace in the hole. Oh, here we go. So Neil Patrick Harris has gone into full Santa Claus mode. One for you, and I'm guessing it's going to be one for this other guy. These guys are both disoriented, which is fantastic. This means that even with our terrible cover, they're both very unlikely to do anything to us. Well, the shield bearer is disoriented, but that guy is fine. Why did that end our turn? Jake Busey has not gone yet. Yeah, we caught a break there, Diz. That actually is probably, we probably didn't deserve that. Let's see what the shield bearer is going to do. I'm guessing he's going to shield. Nope, no advanced abilities because of the disorientation. He just moved and then stood there like an asshole. All right, Casper Van Dien. Well, how do we want to deal with this? Amy Cameo Smart, what are your hit percentages like? Not great. We'd really prefer to not use consumables because we don't know what else is left on this mission. Casper, okay. Denny, this actually seems like more of a job for Dizzy Meyer, really. Dina, what do you got? 71, 71. If we have you go into serial mode here, and you get the hit on this first shot, that refunds your action. I am comfortable with this level of risk. We took a bit of a gamble there, but it paid off. So Dina Dizzy Meyer didn't even use an action for that shot. He's going to take a follow-up shot against the shield bearer then. A little bit of sniper rifle action. That guy is injured. And if this doesn't finish him off, I'm pretty sure Neil Patrick Harris can crack him with a soul fire. Turns out completely irrelevant because Dina Meyer put one in his ear hole. That's going to leave a mark, son. Yeah, that one's going to hurt. So we still have the fully cloaked Jake Busey and Dina Meyer now. Thanks to Serial. Didn't use an action to kill either of those guys. Can get a free reload. I'm worried about dropping Jake Busey down here and triggering another pod, but this loot, it came from a sectopod, so it's got to be good, right?
Moving to designated position.
It's got to be great. This has got to be some awesome shit. It's an Illyrium core, a superior repeater, an alien data cache, so yeah, it's real good. Also, Jake Busey is maybe not standing in the safest spot since the entire universe around him appears to be engulfed in flame. So maybe let's just get you some cover, Jake Busey, and try and stay away from the out-of-control fire that's raging. I think we're going to bring the rest of the team up, and looking at the clock, I think this may be where we wrap things up for this mission. So only 2 pods encountered, but we had a lot of lead-in work. We did some base maintenance, and more importantly, I mean, we wrecked our second sectopod, and as of yet, I'd like to point out, when it comes to sectopods, the team is 2 for 2. They've seen 2 sectopods, and they've killed 2 sectopods without ever even giving them a chance to move. They've never fired a shot at us. It's see sectopod, kill sectopod. We've got this shit sort of down on farm. It's formulaic at this point. They're like, yeah, it's just another day, another sectopod, whatever. It's fine. All right, and we are safe. That's going to be the start of a new turn and the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see the continuation of our assault on the whole facility here, including C-Sectopod, Recta-Sectopod tactics. Recta-Sectopod? I like the sound of that. Recta-Sectopod. Hashtag Recta-Sectopod. Anyway, if you want to catch more, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM 2 every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Recta-Sectopod.